Hey guys, welcome back to another home DIY video. Today we'll be making these kitchen drawer dividers that I made for my boyfriend's house. I do love the way that they turned out, so I'll probably be making more for both my kitchen and my bathrooms at my house as well. I spent no more than $7 for these, and if you guys would like to learn how to make it, go ahead and stay tuned. So the first stop is going to be at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to get the styrofoam core boards just because it's easy to cut. They have the white boards, and then of course they also have the black ones as well. So just depending on what color you want to use as your base. So since this is going to be used in the kitchen, I want it to be a little bit more water resistant. So I'm going to actually go ahead and cover it with plastic. There's a lot of options here. You guys can use tablecloths as well as shower curtains. I'm going to go ahead and use the white tablecloth as the dividers. And then I'm also going to use this black and white shower curtain as the base. Next up is Michael's. I'm going to get some spray adhesive to get the plastic onto the board. I'm going to go with the Elmer's spray adhesive. Just a couple other things that we'll need is a cutting board to prevent from scratching the table, some scissors, X-Acto knife, and also tape for measuring as well. You'll also need a ruler for cutting as a straight edge and also for measuring the board. This is actually the only ruler I could find at my boyfriend's house, so this will have to do. And of course, to attach it, you need your hot glue gun and some glue sticks to go along with that. Now to get down to the nitty-gritty, I'm going to go ahead and empty out the drawer. I do highly recommend, if you can, go ahead and pull out the whole drawer from the cabinet. That way you can really measure the exact size of the drawer. Now, when you do measure it, make sure to kind of cut the board about 1/4 of an inch in, so that way you can give yourself some space to actually slide the attachment into the drawer when you're done. And also keep in mind of any nuts and bolts that may get in the way. Now to cut the board, make sure to measure everything right before you use the X-Acto knife and the ruler to cut it out. I'm going to cut my dividers about 2 inches high, and then the base is going to be about 1/4 inch in from the actual size of the drawer. Once you have everything cut out, you can go ahead and test it out with the actual utensils you're sticking in there, just to kind of see where you're going to place each board. Now to adhere the actual plastic on there, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the different pieces, starting with the patterned piece. So just put the board there and just measure it about 1 inch outside of it. For the sides, you're going to roll them over and wrap them. Make sure to cut that in mind, and then also leave a little bit of space on the edges because we're going to cut the extra pieces off. Now to actually use the spray glue, I'm going to go ahead and put wax paper under it, spray the actual plastic, and then fold it over. Make sure that you have the front facing down, so that way that's going to be showing in the front. And then you're just going to go ahead and fold over the plastic. In the corners, you can actually fold them in, and usually it'll stick it in. If not, you can also spray a little bit more spray glue on there just to adhere it a little bit better. For the edges, you're going to do the same thing, except you're going to place the board on one edge and then fold it over. I tried to use a card to straighten out the bubbles, but because the plastic is so thin, it didn't work out too well. So I do recommend actually pushing the bubbles out with your hands instead. Now that we have all those pieces cut out, we're going to go ahead and trim off any of the edges. So you can see here, I'm just going to go ahead and trim off all of the edges. Try to keep as close as possible and try to trim off any kind of like extra little pieces. But remember, the base, it's not going to be perfect. We're going to hot glue it on there anyway, so you won't really notice it too well. But just really focus on the edges, since that might be a little bit more visible. Now that we have all the pieces ready, we can go ahead and assemble everything together. I'm going to go ahead and use the hot glue gun to place the outer edge first, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 larger pieces down. Now that I have both edges down, I'm going to go ahead and put that final piece to complete the box. To put the inside dividers, just be sure to be mindful of your actual utensils. So I actually used it to kind of measure where I want every divider to be. And also remember that you did measure them already, to make sure to go ahead and utilize those sizes, so that way you don't change any of the sizes and it doesn't fit into the box. Keep in mind that you are using plastic against hot glue, so it's really hard to pull it back off after you have stuck it in there. And there is your finished box. So you can go ahead and remove the utensils, and that is what the completed box looks like. So this concludes my DIY video for you guys today. I really do love this project because you can really customize to your drawer size and then also to whatever you are putting into the drawer. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and of course be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram at NorrisChan, and have a wonderful day. Bye!